Salut. Je suis Tyler. No, je m'appelle Tyler. No, I am. J'ai Tyler?
That's I have. You had it right the first time. If you want to say I'm Tyler.
Je suis Tyler.
Je m'appelle Catherine.
Tu?
I think you would probably use vous here.
Vous écrions. No, that's right. Vous écoutez? What's entendre?
That's also to hear, but it's not to listen.
I'm really bad at this. Vous écoutez with a Z. Not-Stalgia. Not. I guess it would just be Not-Stalgia.
Not-Stalgia podcast.
Podcast de Nostalgia. Kate, just watch this commercial. This is painful. I'm suffering trying to do this French right now. It's hurting my soul.
Vous écoutez le podcast Nostalgie. Le podcast que je n'ai pas une...
I feel like Gomez Adams right now.
Je n'ai pas une repartée à la française pour le podcast. Mais le podcast en français!
Regarde la télé.
Wow, okay.
Bonjour, je suis le grand Muzzy.
Je suis la jeune fille.
Yes, that's French they're speaking. And no, these children aren't French. They're American. And they've acquired their amazing new language skills from Muzzy, the remarkable new video language program for children developed by the British Broadcasting Corporation. With this unique BBC language course, children learn a second language with incredible ease. 4 delightful videos quickly become their favorite TV show and teaches children the same way they learned English. Learning another language becomes fun. You'll be amazed when your children begin speaking and understanding their new language from the very first day through this unique method.
Muzzy now comes with 4 videos, 2 audios, a script book, parent's guide, a new exciting CD-ROM, plus this free bonus with your paid order, a special vocabulary video that adds hundreds of new words. We'll charge your credit card $28.17 a month for 6 months plus a one-time shipping cost.
I remember this commercial.
They're American.
When this freaking Nancy Reagan knockoff is like, no, and these children aren't French, they're American. Oh my God, you got me, Muzzy.
Look at this honking huge VHS
it's
clamshell.
huge, and it seems like it would be sticky. Oh, it is kind of sticky
it's a little
in the way
sticky.
that podcasts, or in the way that plastic has degraded. Growing up, I wanted Muzzy really badly because I wanted to be able to speak French. Oh my God.
How much money was it?
Expensive.
Oh, they blanked out. Okay. This source for the commercial, they blanked out the address and stuff, and they didn't put the price on screen. But yeah, it was a lot, right? How much was it per month? It was like in the 20s, right? It's for 6 months.
Yeah, that's expensive.
It's like $200 almost of 1990s money. Kate, I'm handing you, first of all, I guess you just answered this question by saying you wanted this because you wanted to speak French. So have you ever seen Muzzy?
I've seen the commercials, but
doesn't that commercial bring you back? Do you remember like that commercial verbatim?
I do.
You know? All right, well, so this mystery, for me too, this has been, I was always intrigued by it.
This does not smell good.
No, I was always intrigued by it. And to be able to crack open this thing, which I have acquired from eBay, has been a real treat. So go ahead, tell us what's in there.
So there's some VHS tapes and, an activity book for children. Wow, this activity book is actually pretty intense. Look at it. You're running a whole family tree. There's a lot of activities here, and they are kind of tough. There's a yellowed VHS tape.
That's the cassette you're talking about?
Yep.
That's a cassette tape. That's just audio, that one.
Here's a parent's instructional guide.
What do they do?
It's like, all right, you too can teach your child to use a language.
Buckle them into the couch and turn on the tape like a Clockwork Orange. Pry their eyes open.
Man, it's just like continually repeat this lesson.
Was it just say to watch it over and over again?
Yeah. You want to hear some good techniques? Mm-hmm. We are all eager for our children to start learning a second language, but forcing it on them is the fastest way to lose their interest. Here are some techniques to use which will increase their interest. If you've allotted a specific amount of daily time for TV watching for your child, add 1/2 hour per day.
Oh, so it doesn't replace it.
If your child likes to expand their pre-bedtime hour, let him or her watch Muzzy before going to bed. Sit down and watch Muzzy yourself and invite your child to join you. This is particularly useful with young children. Make Muzzy an allowable rainy day activity. Don't limit the amount of time, within reason, that your child can watch or listen to Muzzy.
You're channeling the woman from the commercial. I like it.
Let your child determine whether he or she wants to watch Muzzy. Make Muzzy a reward. This is terrible.
That would have been you, though. You would have ate that up
absolutely.
as a kid.
Yeah.
Mom, can my reward today be that I watch Muzzy?
I just love how confident they are. We believe Muzzy is the finest language course of its kind available in the world today. We hope that you and your child are delighted with it.
And to top it off,
some VHS tapes.
VHS tapes. We got ripped off, though. 2 of the tapes are missing from the 4-tape set, so I got an incomplete set. I was really excited to hook up the VCR and have you watch this authentically, but we only have the English versions of the tapes, not the French.
What is that?
Here, Kate, as a bonus, though, in this package, the eBay seller also gave me this. Could you describe it?
Oh, God, it's a card, but the front is a stained glass Madonna and child.
Could you read it aloud, please?
It said, "Thanks, Tyler. Guess who ran out of regular thank you cards, LOL. Wishing you much joy and many blessings this Christmas and always. Thanks again."
Oh, it also has a, you missed the quote from Isaiah 9:6, "And his name shall be called the Prince of Peace." This is giving Muzzy an elevated, almost, religious, I don't know, aura to it for me.
And his name shall be Muzzy, Prince of at-home language learning.
You ready to learn a little bit about Muzzy, the commercial we all watched a million times as children? My 2 sources for some of this info were a YouTube video called The Muzzy Commercial Complete History by a guy named Michalo on YouTube. Michalo? I don't know. There's only one H in there. It's all one word. And an article on Medium, which I know is not a real journalistic source, but it was a good article because I think anyone can publish there, called What in God's Name Was Muzzy? An Investigation by Alana Gordon. But in all the research, Kate, the one important thing I could not find, which I was so curious about, is what year did that commercial first air? I cannot figure it out. The original cartoon came out in the UK in 1986, but this commercial is for American audiences specifically, so I have no idea. Some places attribute it to 1986, but that's got to be wrong. I've seen 1990, I've seen 1991, I've seen 94. I have no idea. The official Muzzy YouTube page says late 80s, early 90s. No clue. But it played forever. It was definitely airing all throughout the 90s into the early 2000s, which is an unusually long time for a commercial, which is why it's stuck in all of our heads. I also am pretty sure I have a memory of seeing an updated version of the commercial where they started playing it and then they paused it on a TV and the woman slightly older came out and was like, "Remember this commercial? Muzzy's still around." But I couldn't find that anywhere, so I may have made that up. In the late 70s, Kate, the BBC, the British Broadcasting Company Corporation, actually, I don't know, produced a series called Follow Me with an exclamation point at the end. It was designed, it was meant to teach English as a second language to adults. It was so that people immigrating to the UK in the 70s and 80s who did not speak English could learn English. That was its purpose, right? Series of videos, and it aired on TV. The show was really popular, both with immigrants to the United Kingdom, and it would air in other countries as well, like non-English speaking countries. For example, it was extremely popular in China. It aired on TV a lot there, and people who only spoke Chinese could teach themselves English. So they had the writer and producer of Follow Me, a guy named Joe Hambrook. They decided they wanted him to make a children's language course like this, or language program. Mm-hmm. So he wrote a script for this animated movie called Muzzy in Gondoland. Muzzy is a big green alien, and it was directed by an animator named Richard Taylor. He was a prolific and influential animator in the UK. He was mainly known for making a series of public service announcements for the BBC called Charlie Says, where a little boy and a cat would warn the viewers about the dangers of matches and strangers in deep water. So Richard Taylor, he directs, those are all real ones. He directs Muzzy in Gondoland. The script was written by Joe Hambrook, Richard Taylor, and Wendy Harris. Richard Taylor being the animating director, so he also has a writing credit on it. But unlike Follow Me, Muzzy in Gondoland was a failure. And again, it was just in English, British, English accented English, right? Okay. It was a failure when it was released, and they couldn't quite figure out why, but they thought maybe it was too expensive for recently, like these families who are immigrating to the UK with young children who don't speak English. It just might have that's a financial burden. They might not have had extra cash to buy this thing. It might not have held kids' attention well enough. They weren't advertising it well enough to non-English speakers. They don't know why, but it failed, unlike Follow Me. So what they decided to do, geniusly, to make their money back was dub it into other languages, first French and Spanish, and then they would expand to others, and repackage it and sell it in the United States and other countries, but primarily the United States. And instead of teaching you English, the idea was they have the English version and whatever other version that you've chosen. So we have the French one, which, though it didn't come with them, as it should have, because this Nicholas guy with his Jesus card ripped me off and kept the French tapes. But you
go ahead and look that up, Muzzy.
Hey, no, I gotta bleep that, but with a French bleep. So you get the idea. But it also, your kid, as we saw in the guide, is supposed to watch it in English, I guess, then watch it in French, and then just keep doing that until they remember, like, I guess kids watch movies over and over again, so you watch it till you memorize it, then watch it in French, and theoretically you'll, make the connection. It's like the Rosetta Stone, the real one, not the computer program. Anyway, so just like Zoo Books before it, Muzzy is just burned into our collective memory for our whole generation. Although I feel like anyone I've ever spoke to, I've never met someone who had it, like anyone I ever talked to about this, they're like, oh my God, I remember that. I'm like, did you have it? They're like, no, of course not, because it was way too expensive.
Yeah, because all of our friends were solidly middle class. No one could spend $20 a month for an animated guy to tell you 3 words in French.
Je suis une jeune fille. I don't know if you know this, Kate, but I'm not French. I'm American. But your French is pretty good, Kate. So mine's really bad, even though I last night got onto a 1,200-day streak on Duolingo, proving that Duolingo alone does not teach you a language. I don't know why I keep going.
Not for 5 minutes a day.
My French is so weak. And we're in the middle of France month. As you know, I think this is the second week of France month. So this fits perfectly. I've always wanted to see this. So my thought is, they split this movie up into 6 parts, even though it's really just the whole movie on 2 VHS tapes. So we're going to watch the first 2 parts, about 15 minutes each, so about half an hour. I think we can watch just the French version.
Okay.
And it'll be kind of fun. 1, just to see it. I've heard it's kind of weird and bizarre. And 2, to see how well you do, which I think will be pretty good because you are beyond children's French.
I don't know. I think I speak French like an evil baby.
And how well I do. My French is very, very weak. Even
you
with
speak
all
French
the
like a crustacean.
Final thing before we watch it, I always like to talk about like the legacy and sequels. They did make a sequel in 1989 called Muzzy Comes Back. Internationally, they called it Muzzy Level 2. And they made a more modern 3D animated update in 2013, which is almost an exact remake of this version, except they stopped calling the queen gros. Her main quality in this is that she is gros. So they decided that maybe the queen shouldn't just be defined by her grossness. Means fat.
Thought you had a piece of popcorn stuck in your mouth.
Regarde. Et ça, alors?
Qu'est-ce que c'est?
C'est une pêche. Mange-la. C'est bon. Mange-la.
Non, mauvais. Je n'aime pas ça, c'est mauvais. Je n'aime pas ceci et je n'aime pas cela.
I like the music already. It's like Kmart music. Okay, so Muzzy really is an alien.
Yeah, he's on a spaceship approaching Earth.
He's eating clocks, maybe?
I'm lost. Okay, that's the Princess Sylvie.
Good job.
Je suis. I am. He's the gardener.
Good job. Who is Corvax?
He's
what
the
is he
bad
doing?
guy. He's like a goblin. He's going to be like a scheming member of the court, I'll bet. He thinks Earth is a big museum? No.
What? No.
What did he say?
He said, I'm Muzzy, the big Muzzy.
Bonjour. Got it.
Do you think that if you were little and watching this when your brain was more plastic, like you would have picked it up?
I think so, because look, this is a whole song where a kid just says, bonjour. Like if you'd watched the English and all he said was hello, you'd remember that this is the hello song. Like I think they had a good thing going with this, at least. If they want to teach you a single word. It's not the most efficient use of our time, but...
Man, what an anti-woman, anti-fat movie.
She really is perseverating. She said
just
she's
keeps
cool.
saying, I'm fat, I'm fat, I'm fat, I'm fat.
Sour?
Mal, bad.
Bad. Why is that lemon bad? Also, you know how kids shows, they always have to worry about imitatable behavior? Here's one of the heroes running into a burning building just to show that he's brave. Okay, so of the 5 characters who are getting traits, we have the 2 women are fat and pretty. Well, not pretty, beautiful. Belle. Muzzy's kind of ominous.
Yeah. It kind of is like Sesame Street in that way, right? Where they're like...
Big.
Yeah.
Little. I think as a kid, if I had the patience for this, I would have watched it once and been irate that I didn't become fluent after one viewing and never watched it again. Wait, grape is raisin.
Yeah.
What's raisin?
Raisin sec, a dried grape. I just love the queen beating the trees with a stick.
Yeah. The little bike boy is back with a new song about hamburgers.
All right, we've come very far from
Bonjour.
the Bonjour song.
Yeah, all of a sudden there's a full restaurant ordering, full sentences. Kovacs is kind of a Rasputin figure in this court.
Yeah. All right, so now we're counting?
Excruciatingly slowly. I feel like counting usually comes first. We've already learned how to order a hamburger and an ice cream. Is this kind of like the speed when I'm doing Duolingo and you're eavesdropping and then I have to click the turtle button because I can't understand it and it's like, bonjour. And you're chuckling to yourself that I'm so bad at it.
I like Albert. When faced with a decision, he's like, I don't know.
Yeah, the little non sequitur interrupting segments with the little bicycle man are so funny. All right, so the princess and the gardener kind of have a thing going on. I was expecting this to teach us counting and food ordering, but I didn't think forbidden love was going to be one of the topics we learned. This is nice.
Hell yeah.
Very French.
Now they're jumping something like Evel Knievel. Corvax is such a narc.
À suivre. Wait, what's that
To be
mean?
continued.
À suivre?
It follows.
Suivre.
Oh my god, they've got a helicopter. This is not good.
What's the French word for helicopter?
Helicopter.
Corvax?
Corvax?
Corvax.
Damn. Honestly, they probably just should have shot Jean from the helicopter. Jean's about to be executed. He is, look!
Uh-oh. Oh, wow. They brought the entire military.
With guns.
They do have guns, and there's a
And
lot
they
of
just
them.
keep going. They're gonna go torture Jean in prison. Look. Muzzy kind of sounds like you when you speak French.
Bonjour. Well, Kate, my first exposure to French was the Muzzy commercial, so that's where I learned my accent
You took French in high school.
briefly.
Middle school?
Middle school and high school.
It's sad that you dropped it.
I got up to French 2 and then dropped it. I regret it every day. Anybody out there, if you're still in school and you have the option to continue taking foreign language, take it.
Why does Muzzy eat clocks?
Well, maybe he'll explain it to us, which seems like a complicated thing to explain in this children's...
Interesting that they use the word here for watch and not clock. Albert is my favorite part. This poor fruit vendor just trying to feed Muzzy. Interesting that we're now covering ceci and cela because that feels like very advanced, which is like how to say like this thing here and that thing there. Like we just learned like 11, you know, the number 11.
Kids got to know about what a parking meter is.
Oh, yeah.
Very important.
Muzzy's in jail because he ate all the parking meters. Mm-hmm. And then the French police caught him in a net. Muzzy's like, I'm not talking without my lawyer.
Lawyer. What's lawyer?
Avocat. Muzzy just keeps going, avocat.
Avoca.
Avocat.
Avoca. What's avocado?
Avocat. Oh, now we're doing the whole alphabet. Here we go. All right, and that's it. You're done the alphabet.
Yeah, now you know it all.
Never have to do it again.
You heard each
Except
letter
you have to
twice.
watch it like 28 times.
Right.
Man, Corvax is a real creep. Look at his little hands.
Yeah.
Bonjour, je suis Albert. Bonjour. Bonjour.
Wow, what a cliffhanger. We're going to stop there, but Corvax is pursuing Sylvie. She's locked herself in her room because he's chasing her.
Good, stay
and
away.
Muzzy and Jean are still in prison, and I assume that the next several parts are going to be kind of like the first season of Prison Break. What percentage was your understanding there?
Oh, 100.
100?
Yeah. How about you, baby?
I'd say like 70.
Great.
There were sentences I did not understand at all, not even one word. It's really, once it's spoken at full speed,
You're gone.
I'm gone, even with all the context. I was happy it was 70. I thought it was going to be even lower, but they really hold your hand through this, even without seeing the English version. So, do you feel, are you happy to close this loop on your childhood? You finally got to see Muzzy.
Yeah, I am.
You're not going to watch all 6 parts, though, I assume, right?
Surely not.
Would you have liked this as a kid, do you think? I guess you were a rule follower. If you set out to do it, would you have, like, watched the whole English? And
Yeah, probably.
I feel like it needs to be, like, alternating.
Yeah.
Like, you're
It's a
supposed
lot
to
to
watch...
remember.
Yeah, like I feel like if you could watch the parts, which I guess you could do, they're tapes, but that's not how it instructs you. So it's basically just like a big Sesame Street style thing, even with the style of animation.
This was interesting, but definitely would not have taught me French. Like, I would have, like, parroted it in the way that, like, a really good listening child can. But
You don't think it could have like taught you to like come up with your own thoughts?
no.
Right, because you're just learning these sentences. I mean, you'd learn a lot. It would give you some vocab.
Yeah.
Like Duolingo, it would give you some vocab, but
That's
we
true.
don't. We, to be fair, we only watched 2 out of the 6 segments. You know, I bet you they get into existentialism, what it means to love.
Yep.
All right, Kate. Thank you so much for watching this. I've always wanted to see it. I know we did not watch the whole thing, but that satisfied my curiosity from my childhood.
Suivez-nous en X, Instagram, des autres choses. What other social media do we have? X et Instagram. Et peut-être envoyez-nous un message direct si vous avez une émission de télévision que vous souvenez bien ou
I love my life.
Anything else?
J'adore
send us a
mon
direct
vie.
message. Anything else?
Is that what you said?
Yeah. Leave us a rating or a review. Donnez-nous un review. Comment dit en review? Apple Podcasts ou Spotify. Ou, donnez-nous un rating or review. Apple Podcasts ou Spotify ou souvenez-nous. Non, souvenez-nous? Non. Partout où vous trouvez votre podcast. Et à bientôt.
Hyper cool.
Bonne nuit.
Bonne nuit.
Bonne nuit.
Bonne nuit.